Well, hi everybody. Great to be back with you via video. I had lunch with a friend of mine today, and he was talking a little bit about the fact that he feels like he's at a crossroads, and he feels like he's kind of in this place where he's a little bit stuck, and he knows the reason why. It has to do with his desire to have control and really to control everything. And it reminded me a little bit of a kind of conversation I had with another friend, and he was talking about the fact that control can really get us in this place of being stuck, and it's a big inhibitor. And he really says there's 12 words that if we can remember and actually use these in our life can be a big help to us in overcoming this desire to control. And his 12 words are nothing to lose, nothing to hide, nothing to prove, and nothing to fear. And if you break those down, each of those, when we live with nothing to lose, when we're feeling like we have to control our finances, for example, that is control, right? I mean, we're trying to control our finances and not lose them. Nothing to hide. In that case, when we're trying to hide something, we're trying to control what others might find out. And nothing to prove. Might be we're trying to control, if we're trying to prove something, we're trying to control what others think about us. We're trying to prove ourselves to others to win the applause of men. And, basically nothing to fear. Fear is behind all types of control. Basically, when we are trying to control something, we're doing it out of a place of fear. And the bottom line in this, when we can walk in faith, which is the opposite of fear, we can have tremendous power. And this reminds me of a movie that was a favorite of mine growing up. It was called Tora, 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 and it was all about the bombing of Pearl Harbor back in 1941. And the part that just really kind of captivated me in that was these kamikaze pilots that the Japanese used. These are pilots that signed up. They were all in for the cause. They were going to go in and they were going to be human torpedoes to fly in their plane filled with the bombs and all of that into the ships of the Americans and buildings of the Americans. And that just really captivated me. And as I think about that now, that has a lot to do with what we're talking about right here. You see, those kamikaze pilots were really difficult to stop, probably impossible to stop, because they had no fear. And, if we are like those kamikaze pilots in this walk with Jesus, if we're all in for God and we're living by faith, we are unstoppable as well. So when you walk in faith and just get to this place where you have nothing to lose, nothing to hide, nothing to prove, and nothing to fear, you too will be a force to be reckoned with.